Alright, so the past few days in tech have been pretty dull ever since the tariffs. However, there have been a hint of actual funny news that came out, and some of these things are actually just, I can't believe are real. Just before we get into it, you know what to do. So let's start with the first story. You know how there's been a conversation where, okay, robots aren't going to replace humans and, just doing normal human things is very difficult. Well, over in China, they've said hell no, and they've gone out and made robots which are competing with humans in races. Now, I'm about to show you the clip, but can we just take a step back? We have robot dogs, we have robot humans, and now we have robot humans that can run a marathon. Now, it is a half a marathon, but imagine just training for that, and then you look to your left and you're like, what the hell? There's a freaking robot running with me. This is probably the stupidest thing, but the only country I ever expected to do this is China, because things like this is what impresses me about that country. When it comes to technology, they just do things differently. Yeah, so as you can see over in Beijing, that's what they're up to, and I respect it. I genuinely wish other countries, I wish the UK did something like that. They're too focused. I don't even know what the UK is too focused on the economy. Why can't we be like China and have robots running down the street? So you know how every AI model out there, when they release a new model, they're like, yeah, this is the best in this world. No one can beat this. Well, ChatGPT did exactly that with their new model, and their benchmarks, to no surprise, isn't as high as they claimed. Yeah, so OpenAI's O3 AI model scores lower on a benchmark than the company said. What a shock. When they test these models, they have their own servers and everything done on their own systems, and then they release a public version for, guess what, for everyone to use. So when this actually got to public release, it fell short of OpenAI's testing and the promises that they said with the numbers that they showed. The specific scenario they're talking about is maths. When it comes to AI, they love using maths. I have no idea why. It's maybe because it just demonstrates how smart the AI model is. But all these tests are run off maths problems. Every AI model that claims to be the best in the world, do not take it for granted. Just look at it and be like, yeah, it's just another day, because all of them literally say that. All right, so moving on to the next one. It's what even is the next one? Let me just quickly. There's apparently been massive malware out there which is causing problems for anyone who's downloading the specific file. Let me just show you. So as you can see, there's a rogue npm package which mimics Telegram bot API. Now, if you don't know what that is, there's this API that loads of people are downloading. I think it got around about 100,000 weekly downloads, and there's like a replica of that. But instead of it actually being the actual API, it's malware. Who would have thought? And it actually looks really, really similar. The packages in question are these, and I'm not going to click on them for obvious reasons. And so this actual package is designed to mimic Node Telegram bot API. That's the full thing. I'm just going to call it the API. This API, like I said, gets downloaded hundreds of thousands of times per week, or over 100,000 weekly downloads. And just a small percentage of that actually download this malware. It affects a lot of people. What makes this actually really shocking is the fact that it's really hard to detect. And it's because, unlike many malicious packages that you find on the internet, this actually executes during the installation or import. This payload is delayed until the runtime, specifically after a successful transaction. So it actually waits for it to be executed rather than just download, boom, done, you're cooked. This is hiding in the background, waiting it out, and then cooking your system. And this is what makes it really hard to detect the code. This is why Microsoft Defender and if you have any other McAfee, don't know why you would have McAfee, but that's a whole different topic. It makes the malicious code very difficult to keep up with and be detected, because of its specific runtime conditions. Yeah, just make sure you're downloading the right one, because a simple click and yeah, your laptop will be praying. That's it for the past few days. Not much has been happening other than these stupid news. But yeah, if you do enjoy things like this, you know what to do. I'm not going to, say it out loud multiple times in your ear. You know what to do. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.